Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Hold on, Empress. I know you just now.
What?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. No, I wasn't talking to you. Sorry.
I'm saying good afternoon to all of the Facebook faithfuls, everyone that's joining us. How y'all doing? Hi, Alex. Oh, we got Alexis in here.
Hello.
What's going on? So, as you all know, it is a motivational Monday, and as with every motivational Monday, we have Coach Ricardo Clark here.
Miller, Miller,
So,
Miller.
Miller, why do I keep saying that? Listen, I went for 2 good months straight without making that mess up. We're not doing this again, Beats. We're not doing it again. It's a it's a motivational Monday with Coach Ricardo Miller.
That's
Damn.
all right.
Right.
Thank
And
God
he's
Clark
coming.
is a good dude.
It's repeating.
No,
What's
you're
repeating?
good.
I'm repeating.
No, you're good.
Right. Why do you say what's repeating, right?
You're good now, though. I think you're good
Oh,
now.
okay. Anyway, so it's a motivational Monday. And like every motivational Monday, Coach comes through to drop some knowledge on today's topic. I'm not gonna spoil it. But boy, boy, this a heavy topic today. Trust me. All right. This one is gonna have you. It's gonna have you calling your Grammy, calling your granddaddy up and be like, "Listen, I have something I need to talk to you about." Like this is I know we like to have difficult conversations on this show, but anyway, Star 106.5. It is 4 o'clock on your dial. You know it's time for another episode of Free Your Mind on this motivational Monday. One time I have to say thank you to the amazing people that allow this show to be on your radio. One time for Coach Ricardo Miller coming through to drop some knowledge on you. But before we get started, I have to say thank you to the Cleveland Clinic, Pender Tile, Solomon's, Cost Right, where, listen, it pays to be a member. I have to say thanks to KFC, C5, and I have to say a special thank you to Bahamas Air, who, check this out, Bahamas Air is trying to send you and a friend to watch a Miami Dolphins game at the end of this month, this same month, October 29th, the Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots. All you have to do is hop on a flight. You got to fly on Bahamas Air, any international flight. Then you're going to go ahead and take that confirmation number and send it to marketing@bahamasair.com. Once you do that, you answer it in and you good to go, all right? And I have to send a big thank you to the Nassau Cruise Port, who is putting on some amazing shows. I'm talking about Phil Stubbs. I'm talking about Tarish Riley. All right. Phil Stubbs is going to be happening on October 14th. Now, I really appreciate that. Y'all don't know this, but the Cruise Port, they actually went ahead and they put this show together for my birthday. Yeah, my birthday is going to be October 13th. The concert is happening on the 14th. So if you all want to go and celebrate my birthday with me, I'm going to be at the Cruise Port on October 14th. I could be right there. But Monday, stress. Tuesday, stress. But today, it's Monday, but it's a motivational Monday. And I have to say thank you and welcome to our guest, the illustrious Coach Ricardo Miller. Good afternoon, sir.
Listen, Beats. Your birthday is October.
Yes, sir.
Mine is October as well, and so I coming into the port as well to see a week, brother. So we go have to show up at that concert.
See, I always knew you were good people. You know, us Libras got to stick together.
October 11 is mine. October 12 holiday was always celebrated for me from I was born. You know, they always had a holiday the day after.
Right, just to discover greatness.
Come on, straight up. That's what I said.
I almost forgot to mention, listen, if you're listening to us on radio, You can't, you're only catching a half of the show. You want to check, if you want the full experience, you need to check us out on Star 106 on Facebook, as well as Natural Empress on Facebook. Because if you only listen in on radio, you don't even know that we actually have the natural one coming in. She's supposed to be taking a rest right now, but she said, listen, this is a motivational Monday. I cannot miss this. I cannot miss the coach, and she's here. Good afternoon, Empress.
Hey, good afternoon, Beats. How are you?
I am excellent. How are you?
I'm fair to fine. I'm good to go, man. I'm good. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so
I'm ready to
Coach,
roll, man. Let's roll.
please let them know what we're talking about today.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I was thinking about this talk and I felt as though when we look at our culture, when we look at the Bahamas at large, when we look at a subject that is not commonly looked at, I wanted us to talk about the whole concept of breaking generational strongholds. Yeah, y'all heard me correct.
Ooh.
Breaking generational strong. So somebody, if you're listening on the radio, you want to take some notes. If you're listening on Facebook, you want to take some notes because we're talking generational strongholds. There are issues that oftentimes we're struggling with that have been passed down. It's generational. It's 3-4 generations deep. As a matter of fact, Beats, you referred to it before we went on the air. Your people say, well, that them Browns, oh boy, them Millers,
Yeah,
that's just them,
they like to drink and start fights. The daddy used to drink and start fight. The son is drink and start fight. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Yeah. So the whole concept of breaking generational stronghold needs to be looked at because the truth be told, some people are fighting beyond their work ethics. They're fighting beyond their basic understanding. What you're dealing with it's been generational. It's been passed down. Oh man, passed down.
Touch your neighbor touch your neighbor and say, pass down.
Pass down. Touch your neighbor and say, pass down. So crazy thing about it though, Empress. I really think at family reunions, and I think I've thrown this out there a little bit to you a couple of times, Empress. I think, people come to family reunion, they want to eat, they want to party, they want to dance, they want to have fun. But a lot of times you may want to sit down and have what they call the family round table. And you start looking at what are the behaviors of our family that is beneficial and what are the behaviors that are detrimental. What's been going
Coach,
on?
You had said something on a past show that really stuck with me. You said, at family reunions, we need to start doing things like bringing in, I think you said like financial coaches and stuff.
Because we want to break the financial limited position we've been in. Hey, watch this. We've been all our, everybody, ain't nobody's ever slept in the bed as kids. Hey, watch this. 3 generations deep and the kids sleeping on the floor. 4 generations deep.
Foolishness.
Empress, 4 generations deep and the kids sleeping on the floor. Somebody needs to break that. And so the whole concept of, okay, we got a family reunion. We're going to talk finance so we can break the cycle of poverty. We're going to talk health so we can break the cycle of these health issues that keeps passing on from one generation to the next. And the truth be told, here's the deal. We're not stuck on stupid. We can learn. We're not rocks. We're not trees. We can change. And that's the gist of our talk today.
All right. I like that. All right. So where do we start?
So we're going to start with the first point. Realize families got issues.
Again.
Realize family got issues. Now, here's the deal. In conjunction to realizing families got issues, some of those issues we have to now do a backtrack on and identify what issues that we have that are generational. They're generational. Here's the deal. Denial has been hurting us even as families.
Well, Well, coach,
Denial.
that's always been a thing. Every family has a secret. Every family has those set of cousins that you can't really, that's your cousin, but you can't really bring them to the, because you ain't supposed to know that that's your cousin.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's the deal. Here's the deal. We live in a day, man. You know, about 10 years ago, the term keep it real was real hot as a term. Everybody's
Hmm.
like, man, you gotta keep it real. You just gotta keep it real. Well, the truth be told, that's why reality TV is so hot. Now, guess what?
Yeah.
There's no better place than to have a reality conversation with the family. That's why you just gotta accept families got issues. That's number one. Number two, you can't be afraid to address issues. You can't be afraid to address issues. Here's the deal. Some people say, I ain't going there. Beats, they say, I ain't going there. Empress, they say, I ain't going there. You know what? Mama never talked to me about it. Great grandmama never talked about it. You know what? I'm not talking about it. Hey, what's this? What's this,
Yeah, but
Empress?
coach, we don't like having difficult conversations. How you want me to bring up this topic that all us know that cousin Freddie, but listen, mama 86. She
Yeah.
only got about 4 good years left. Why we can't just let that slide?
It ain't about my grand. That's why we can't let it slide. Before she goes, we gotta let her know her mistakes. Before she go, we need to reveal some things. Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. You can't be afraid to address issues. That's number two, right? So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay, you look back at your life. A lot of people are in denial. Okay. If I had my first child at 15, okay, my son had his first child at 15. His son had his first child at 15. And all of us, our children sleeping on the floor 3 generations deep. They can't even get bed. They don't even know what a bunk bed is. They don't even know what privacy is because we've been living in a cycle. We've been living in a cycle. Somebody needs to
World
stop
is
and
a
say,
cycle.
okay, I am what's his beats? I'm 47 now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say
Mhm.
the buck stops here. So now I got to talk to my son and tell him, hey, we about to break this cycle.
Yeah, but you see, coach, with that, you got to be intentional. You
Yeah.
see, that's not just gonna happen like that. Again, that requires, having difficult conversations, which we all know and we all have come to the understanding and acceptance that we don't necessarily want to or like to do that.
You're
They say,
correct.
why what you rocking the boat for? If everybody happy, yes, I
Exactly.
understand that, you know,
Yeah, she
all of
yeah, she
us
was
had
molested when
children
she
at a young age. Everybody got high blood sugar. But at the end of the day, coach, we happy right now. We living our lives. Why you can't just why isn't that enough?
Three generational deep in regards to molestation, 3 generational deep of poverty, 3 generational deep in regards to sickness and disease passing themselves on. Here's the deal. We're in 2023, man. You don't have to live that way anymore. And somebody has to just, I know it's uncomfortable. That's why we're talking about it. It's uncomfortable. Here's the deal. Beats, Empress, I've had conversations where when I'm wearing my hat, if you took off my hat, you'd have think they pour water. It was sweating inside because of the nerves. I was so thrown off having to talk about the type of conversations I've been talking about in the last 2 years.
Uh-huh.
But I realize I have to go there. And there are some mothers who are listening. What happened to you when you was 14? Now you got a daughter who is 6 and 9 and 10 and 12. You better go ahead and say, listen, not my daughter, not my son. No, no, no. I know what it could be like if I don't address this. And previous generations prior to me did not address this stuff. They didn't want to talk about it. Is it going to be uncomfortable? Yes. I'm not telling you. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm not telling you, sometimes there are some scars in some families you just can't call names, right? You may not want to go there. I don't know. That's to each his own. What I am saying, you may just simply want to call out, hey, in our family, molestation is real. Let's talk about how to prevent molestation. We may not go back to digging up the bones
exactly
in the closet.
situation. Hmm.
Mhm.
You
Okay,
think
but
what do you
coach,
think about that?
what do you say to the folks that kind of have the mindset that, hey, well, I went through it and I turned out okay.
I'm
And
gonna
you my child, so you should be able to handle the same thing that I handled it. Listen, I had to go through that when I was growing up, and it made me a stronger person. Growing up not having nothing to eat for 3 days out of the week, that make me strong.
hey the
Why
truth.
can't make you strong?
What don't kill you make you stronger, eh?
Hey, I know, right? Watch it. The truth be told, Beats, you're not okay. The person who says, "Hey, listen,
Ooh.
I grew up strong and look at me, I'm okay," you're actually not okay. You're actually a little thrown off in the head
Coach,
because
we got to take a break on that. I need someone to digest that. Someone just put like car on the side and you just hit somebody. Just listen, this is Free Your Mind on Star 106.5. We got to take a quick commercial break to see what's going on the streets of Nassau. Find out where the traffic jams, how to switch and swerve. We'll be right back. Remember, you can always join us. We are on Star 106.5 on Facebook as well as the Natural Empress on Facebook. We going on break on radio, but if you online, listen, you can still catch what's going on behind the scenes. All right. Be right back with more of this Motivational Monday on Star 106.
There you
All
go.
right, Coach.
I
yeah,
like what Letitia said. You know, you may look all right on the outside, basically, but that person is not fine. The fact that they're broken,
yep,
something broken, is not fine.
correct.
Mhm.
And that's a part of the problem in our society. We have a lot of people who have an external facade that looks okay, and then they get in a marriage relationship, they get cornered in a tough situation at work. They have children and lifestyle throwing them some pressure. And watch what we say, man. What you think break that woman? What you think broke that man? The pile up stuff that he or she never dealt with.
Addressed, yeah.
It ain't the they fired him and he just had a mental breakdown. No, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? Somebody inappropriately touched her again as an adult, and now she remember it flashed, it brought back everything.
Flashback. That's right.
Do you know? I remember when I went to school, it was cool for them for certain professions to date senior girls in the high schools. I wouldn't even call the name, certain professions.
Certain
PE,
professions.
PE teacher.
Certain
I'll
professions,
call him for you.
right? Certain professions that they were.
PE teacher. Go ahead, Beats. Your call, Beats.
No man, I learned it from you all. I don't know anything about this. I
Right.
went
Hey,
to
listen,
a school of
listen.
choice.
When I was
Wait. PE teacher.
in,
Bus
somebody
driver.
said it, Mr. Bus Driver.
Bus
That's who it
driver.
was.
Ooh.
That's who
Bus
I was
You
driver.
all
thinking.
mashing quantity.
That's who I was thinking. Now here's the deal. Here's the deal. When I went to high school, if there was 200 girls in our senior year, at least 100 of them were dating dudes above 25.
Yes.
Yes,
Agreed.
of course. You know how much gals used to get dropped to school and they boyfriend big body Maxima. I
Yeah.
talking they coming in the schoolyard and the whole schoolyard shaking wheel. That's just so much bass inside the car. You
Yeah.
ask who it is. Oh, that's Johnny. Johnny.
Johnny.
So what's
In grade
this?
9?
When I was a senior, 11th grade or 12th grade, it was hard for you to date those girls in your grade level because they was dating dudes who were straight
You
up
are man.
hotel, bus drivers, PE teachers, and
Mm-hmm.
etc.
See there. Oh, come from around me, little boy. You ain't got nothing for me.
Little boy,
Exactly.
yeah.
Miss, I'm 1 year older than you. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, he was a little boy. You ain't getting
Right. It used to be in the Moxie on 22s, and the rims was spinning when the car stopped.
Oh. Beats, they try to call you up and say, little boy, hey.
I know, right? You can't little boy me. I never been little.
Ah,
big body beats.
Hold on, we coming right back now. All right, we going back on there.
He said this the one he want marry. She tell me she named Shakwisha. I said Quisha, nice to meet ya. Pull my son up to the side. Son, listen up, don't be shy. Go directly to she house. Pull she family albums out. Look carefully, take your time, and look for the one.
Star 106.5, the sounds of Dylan McKenzie. Your gal go be like that. It is a motivational Monday on Free Your Mind. We got Coach Ricardo Miller and the natural one joining us today. I am DJ Beats, your temporary host for free, man. Only for a little bit, only for a little bit. And we are talking about generational, not curses, but Coach, what was the word you used?
Strongholds. Strongholds. And the reason why I
Strongholds.
wanted to use strongholds, Beats, because even after you identify it, it's a fight to break it. It's like being locked in the headlock. And guess what? Watch this. You made enough money through ASU to never be broke another day in your life, but you still living paycheck to paycheck. That's
Right.
called a stronghold. Listen, man, you got two good jobs and you still ain't got no money at the end of the month. That's a stronghold. Come on.
Yeah.
You understand
So
what I'm
that ain't no stronghold. That's a chokehold.
saying? Go on, man. Go on, go on. I'm telling you, at some point, you got to call it out as it is. What's going on here? Why do I still live below middle class when my education and my income states that I should be a middle class, upper class person in my society? I'm still living at the poverty level. What's going on? Why am I still going to the pump?
Why?
Why? So here's the deal. So number three, let's go on to number three because some people won't go there, right? Some people won't go there. Number one was you got to get this, ladies and gentlemen. You got to realize. Go ahead. People got issues. What are you
No,
gonna say, Beats?
no, just hold my finger up and say number one.
Yeah, people got issues. That's number one. Number two, you can't be afraid to address the issues. Okay. And number three, here's the deal. You need to invite those who know how to do it right to help you. Number three, you need to get help. Number three, you need to get help because a lot of times just being aware of the issue, you may not be skilled enough to address the issue. So number three, you need to get help.
Mm-hmm.
I teach, someone is assigned to help you. Not everybody is in a stronghold. Not everybody is locked in that same position. And there are people who were there, who got out of there, and they figured out how to get out of there, and they can pass on how to get out of there.
Yeah, but Coach, this dude, y'all invite him to come to our family function. I hear, I hear to grill and chill. Y'all bring this man to come and talk about me to make me feel bad. You know, not everybody is open to hearing quote unquote wisdom.
True.
Sometimes some people just are not into that. What about that?
Here's what you do, Beats. When you're doing an event of this size, right? You got, let's just say you have 150 family members coming over the weekend. Just let them know, hey guys, we have a generational understanding session
Oh,
going
please.
between Saturday or between half of them may not come.
I just was about to say that.
But you start with who would like to know. Here's the deal: the people who broke the back of poverty in their family had to be different. The people who have chosen to make sure that yes, I was molested as a child, but my child will not. They had to break the cycle of allowing access to certain cousins, certain uncles, certain neighbors, certain friends, because they said, I'm not just going to go ahead and do another reunion like I've done it before. Someone is organizing the family reunion in an organized way. Someone is bringing these annual family meetups. I think every family should have an annual Zoom and figure out who don't have a will, who don't know what their assets are in the event.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
dealing with Bahamians. You gone to foreign, and you've adopted this foreign way of thinking, which is great. And I applaud you, and I think it's wonderful. But I want you to just come home for a second and listen to what you're saying, and realize that our people don't we don't think like that. We don't move like that. You know, when you reach the bridge, you cross it. Oh, he dead and didn't leave a will. Okay, so we can scrap. We can fight. That's what we do.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how am I gonna convince my uncle them to come to this what was supposed to be the family
Eat,
function.
eat.
You know, where you got your big cooler
Yeah,
and you got your section over there for
right.
that.
The
Oh yeah,
dominoes.
so
Don't forget the
we bring in
dominoes.
TD Jakes to talk to us this week. What?
No way.
What? No,
No way.
listen, God, you gotta understand. Plenty people when they having their family function, the bars sell out.
Yeah.
The bars don't have nothing left after that.
I totally agree.
The point of this function is drinking with my cousins. And now
Here's-
you want us to talk about welfare?
Beach, do you agree with this? Empress, do you agree with this? That there's always someone in the family who break the cycle.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, like you said, in order for that to happen, the
Yeah.
person has to be different. I get it.
Yeah.
Different approach. You can't expect new results doing doing the same old thing. I get it. But what you're presenting and the approach will not work, generally speaking, in the Bahamas. Now, again, I hate to bring class into this, right? But it also depends on the class of people. Like if you go west,
Yeah.
like you heading close to Life Key, maybe you could get that kind of result. You know what I mean? And that acceptance that something of that magnitude could actually work. But if you going through the cut, that ain't gonna work.
So here's what I believe the talk is for, Beats. Before you raise your hands, Beats. Right? Watch this. Here's what I believe the talk is for. It's for that percentage where someone needs to say. My grandmother used to say a term, warning come before destruction. I believe that the opportunity to break a cycle or a stronghold always presents itself. Now, the truth is, like you said, Empress, watch this. I was locked in a stronghold in a stronghold of poverty. When I was working doing construction, Empress, I would like a key on the roof, right? I was doing construction, doing roof with the late Bishop Dean Wells. Driving back on a Friday, I was about to receive my ASU money. Okay. Bishop saw in the newspaper that they were having shares sold for a local company that was coming to the Bahamas at the time. And he says, listen, how much money you getting in your ASU? I told him at the time it was about $5,000. Now, you remember that I'm about 20 years old. And he said, $5,000. He said, what you going to do with that money? I said, man, I can buy me a little car, right? I can buy me. Hey, listen, I bought me a little Nissan Sentra, Beats.
Yeah.
My little hubcap. Yeah. Guess what Bishop said to me? Bishop said, son, if I was you, that cable company that's coming here, I would put that $5,000 all in that, right?
Oh, you ain't.
Long story short, I did not. I could have walked to the company where they was doing how I was working so close to where they were selling the stocks. I could have walked there with my ASU money, but I went back to what you talk about, Empress, right? To that street behavior.
Yes.
Later on, I had some more money coming to me, and he said to me, he says, son, what you gonna do with that money you got coming? I said, well, sir, I ain't never been on vacation. I going to Miami.
Cool.
He says, you should do better with that money. I said, what you think I should do with the money? He said, you see that bridge they about to build? He says, I would put everything I got and buy some bonds for that bridge.
You couldn't see that. You had that vision.
Hey, I went to Miami Beach. I went to Miami, Mike.
Hey, it's 6 lifts and trips. Because who knows, if you would have put that money inside that, and the next thing you know, that turned out to be the original FTX. You could imagine how mad you'd be.
Everybody I know.
But you also have to look on the flip side of that, Beats. That it actually would have grown into some serious change for him. It could have changed his life.
Yeah, and but you're dealing in not certainties. You dealing in possibilities. You asking someone to invest money that they work hard for in something that might not happen.
Beats, those were rock solid. Because remember now, we were one channel back then. And what he was talking about, he knew the addiction of television. Listen, this cable thing that was coming, put your money in there. Then that second bridge, you can't lose on a bridge.
Yeah,
right?
No, you didn't even have to put all. You could have put a quarter. You could have put a half. You didn't.
And if my memory served me correctly, I think the stocks was at $1, and $1 stocks at the time, right? Now here's the deal, Beats. This is where my point, where I'm going though. The opportunity presents itself to us. I just want the poorest of persons, even in the Bahamas, opportunity presented itself. And I'm acting in the form of an opportunity on this show today to introduce something that I didn't capture then, but I made up in my mind, I need to stop capturing the idea late. and start planting seeds for those who are coming after me as well to try to capture certain revelation and certain understanding. The truth is, someone wants to help us, and somebody is going to make us aware of things that if you apply what they say, you can change things. So I know if 100 people are listening to us on Facebook with this talk right now, here's what I know. Maybe 5 Empress goes off simply saying, I'm going to break the stronghold. I see what Miller's saying, and my family, when we all come together, it may just be 4 of us around the domino table, reasoning on better ways of living. You catch what I'm saying, B? You may start with 4, and 4 turns into 12, and 12 turns into 36, and 36 turns into a weekend. That is a strategic weekend, and before you know it, a family dynamics change, or a side of the family change for those who choose to want better.
All right, Coach. I see where you're going with that, but listen, we still have to understand that. Anyway, I
Let's
gonna
take
get
a
into
break.
that when we come back off this commercial break, because a lot of times it'll be, oh, you trying to get you get rich and switch. You done move around the corner now. I can't hear from you. We know how people are, but this is Free Your Mind on Star 106.5, a motivational Monday, changing and breaking generational strongholds. Be right back.
A couple of years ago, I realized, it was more than a couple of years ago, it was maybe about 10 years ago, I realized that I was around the wrong people because I had acquired what some would have called maybe success because I had maybe the top 4 things. I bought a house, had 2 cars paid for, had a good job, and some money in the bank. And they said, boy, you're doing well. I bought me a motorcycle. A fella came from home. He said, boy, you got a Ram 1500, a convertible Mustang, and you got a motorcycle, but you dealing drugs in.
Real.
I said, what? And it was then I realized this even ain't nothing. But that's where some people are.
It really is your circle, and you notice it when the conversation around the domino table, when it transforms from, oh, how bust up yeah last weekend, to, oh, listen, I've been watching this stock, and listen, I've been following the news, and I've been seeing that, listen, this company just acquired this and this and this. I think you should invest in so and so, or hey man, I just got in contact with a supplier out of Japan.
Listen, y'all have to understand. Y'all have to understand something. Something just came to my mind. I remember when I first started working in Grand Bahama on radio, making peanuts, right? The Grand Bahama Port Authority had opened up some prime property, right, where you could have paid, with something that they're still doing right now, but you could have paid little or nothing on acquiring a piece of property, right? Early 20s now. Man, listen to me. You want to take out almost half of my salary for land? It was a no for me at the time, and because I couldn't see it with everything that was, facing me. I couldn't see where I could make that kind of sacrifice, right? Mm-hmm. And my mom's friend who was selling it to me, she said, listen to me, you're going to be thankful in the long run. Yeah. And let me tell you something. I got almost an acre of property in Grand Bahama in 2001, right? For under $20,000.
Wow.
Right? Hold on, we coming right back. Back on air.
Okay.
Star 106.5. Yes, this is another episode of Free Your Mind on a motivational Monday. We're joined by Coach Ricardo Miller, as well as the Natural Empress. I am DJ BC, temporary host, just for a couple more days. And we're talking about breaking generational strongholds. Now, we were going through the points with Coach earlier today. We are now on, I think, point number 4, right, Coach?
Yeah, we're on point number 4. Point number 3 was get help. Someone is assigned to help you. Okay. And point number 5 is going to be very, very important. Okay. To break generational strongholds, to remove the limitation that has been keeping generations back. You're going to have to kill pride. Yeah, you heard me correct. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to kill pride. That whole concept of, we are prideful people. The Bible says pride cometh before a fall. Okay, you're gonna have to kill pride. Now, here's the deal, Beats. I had to get to the point where I realized, wait, in order for me to go where I'm trying to go, I got to get out of that demeanor that comes across like I got it going on when I don't have it going on, or it's just a look. And we like the look as a culture, we like the look as a people, but we're not willing to literally. I like what some of Dave Ramsey principles are when it comes to eat low, cut back, and just play small longer than you need to. And Empress referred to it a couple of minutes ago. Really, what boils down to delayed gratification. It's just, watch this. Pay now so you can play later. Let me say that again, Beats. Come on, Beats. You got to believe this. Watch this. Pay
Say it
now.
again.
Pay now so you can play later. But
Mhm.
pride, oh boy, are you wearing the same thing? Boy, I can't believe you ain't wearing nothing fresh. You gotta get
But
past
coach, I gotta stay fresh, coach. This is me. This is me. I can't be riding around in no small car. It have to be a big
You could be a
Audi.
broke me.
I gotta be fresh.
And so, but you're gonna be broke, or watch this, or you're gonna find yourself late in the game in regards to financial responsibility. So now you're at a place where, yeah, you look good. Watch this. In your teens, in your 20s, in your 30s, watch this. Even in your 40s, you start moving towards 50, and the reality start kicking in that you ain't secure enough to be
Self-sufficient.
self-sufficient. Straight up. Straight up. So when I say number 4, you got to kill pride. You got to tell yourself, hey, listen, if I need to go small for a longer time period just to get myself out of a rut so that I can break certain cycles, here's the deal. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. If you have all of your friends, you check them out, and none of them have an emergency fund, that you need to change your friends.
But coach, how long you want me to go small for? Because listen, I already just be on the
Hey,
people's
hey,
job
hey,
for
go
8
small.
hours a day, 5, 6, 7 days a week. And I just want that one day where I could go off and feel myself and live a little bit of life. And
Watch
you
this.
trying
Watch
to
this.
take that away from me.
Here's the deal. When you want to break the cycle, let me tell you, buddy. Hey, watch this. You hear me say, buddy? You said that. Watch it. You say I still got it, Meats. I still got it. Meats. Watch this. Wait. Hey, Empress. He think I got
We
it.
soldier road today.
What happened?
I said, watch this, Meats. Let me tell you, buddy. Watch it. When you hungry and you're determined to break strongholds, let me tell you, when I say kill pride, I was washing car in the apartment complex. I was working at Dollar Tree and delivering pizza. I'm still trying to set up my national platform.
Can I interject?
Go
Can I
ahead.
interject? Just write this one down for another day. You talk about being hungry,
Yeah.
right? That hunger is what propels people to the next level. And I want to talk about it culturally,
Yeah.
where as Bahamians, generally speaking, we don't have that burning desire to alleviate ourselves from just living in mediocrity. All
I
right.
mm-hmm.
When you look at other nationalities, the hunger is different, but that's a topic for another day. But I want you to definitely write that one down, because we are okay with just the bare minimal. If we could eat and if there's noodles, it's
Yeah.
fine once it's a belly full. We
Yeah.
don't aspire to want to eat better than just average. We want to just know that okay, there is a roof over our head, but the hunger is what differentiates success and just surviving.
But Empress, not to stray too far from the topic of what you said. Comfort a lot of times kills your hunger. There was a study. It
You
was a
can't be
scientific book. It
comfortable.
was voiced by Earl Nightingale, I believe, and it was a study based on families, immigrant families inside America are more likely to be successful than families that have been living there for a period. And the
Have
reason
you
why that is because when you look at the immigrant families, bro, it's sink, or swim. There is no safety net. I have to succeed or I will die. And when you put that kind of pressure on a person,
Yeah, but then
pressure
just
makes
look
diamonds.
around
That's the
here
only
in the
thing I know.
Bahamas. Look at home. Look at the nationalities that are surviving. Some of them may be in slum villages and stuff, but if you was to check how they living inside, again, not condoning squatting and illegal immigrants, but if you check their drive and that hunger is different.
Empress, with you saying that, I'm gonna go back to me being home. I had that construction job, but I talk about beats, about realizing I wanted something different, right? So here's the deal. I had that Nissan Sentra. When I
Mm-hmm.
had that Nissan Sentra and I realized, boy, I wanted to do something more, I sold the car to go to school, to do
Oh.
night classes. And here's the deal. The girl I was dating at the time, I called up, I said, hey, I can sell the car because I got to go to school. She said, what you going to get after that? I said, I get me a bike. She said, a motorcycle? I said, a bicycle from Road Runners. You remember Road Runners? From Road Runners. I went and bought me a $200 bike. That girl dumped me on my head. She walked off, right?
Of
Coach,
course.
Empress, I was
Of course.
riding my bike from a Toastmasters meeting from what was next to the College of the Bahamas at the time, and I live on Lizzie.
No,
Okay,
sir.
here's the deal. I was riding my bike, and the rain came down one time. I pull over to the gas station, get the garbage bag, and cover myself with everything. Had a laptop in my bag and all, because I got a fresh laptop when I had traveled back then, right? And so here's the deal. Hustling, catching bus, had my little briefcase trying to do my run when I had to do different meetings. Here's the
Mm-hmm.
deal. I was laughed at so many times, Beats. I remember one time I stopped on the light and it was raining. Fellas, them say, boy, that's what Jesus doing for you, like. And drove off. Because
why
they
you
remember
like that?
Beats.
No,
They remember
wait,
me.
Coach,
They
say
remember.
that again.
They remember me, Beats. They
Oh,
say,
boy.
yeah, that's what Jesus doing for you now. But yeah, I
Wow.
stuck with it, Beats. I stuck with it, and I kept working. I kept working until this thing turned.
You know what's funny? Driving a 5-figure car to a 4-figure job.
And pulling up to a house on blocks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Your car on rims, your house
Your
on block.
house ain't
That's
supposed to be
wild.
on rims too.
That's wild.
But you know what? But that based in some stuff that people don't want to look at, and that's why I say you got to kill pride, and you got to tell yourself, hey, listen, you gotta examine where you are and identify what's not right with how I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's why association, because most people who are okay with living on blocks are hanging with people who are living on blocks.
Yeah, my grandma did live on blocks, and so
Yeah.
did her. So what? I mean, they survived. You know what I mean?
And that's why they don't change that mindset. But once you start to associate and connect with others, that's why I had to, when I found that people thought, oh, he got a house, a car, a motorcycle, and he making a little money. Oh man, he rich. What? Boy, wrong circle, elevate. Wrong circle, elevate, because there's always more.
That's right.
First rental property, fellas say, but you got rental property, but you rich. But rental property, one rental property ain't rich. What's wrong with you? But see, going back here again, it's circle.
Yeah. Sorry to take you off track. What number as we close out?
We're closing out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, pride was the one that I shared just now. And the next one you're gonna need is prayer. Because you're gonna need some divine involvement for some of the stuff that's being messed up with your families for so long. Number 5 is prayer. You're gonna need God's divine involvement. You're gonna have to be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna do whatever I can by addressing the pride in me and possibly the pride that's in the family, but I'm gonna also go and ask God for his divine help, because we ain't supposed to live like this. I'm tired of us being paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of us going from one crisis to the next. I'm tired of us, our children living below. They got the education to run with the best of them, but they don't have the resources because we ain't got nothing to keep them in line with running with the best of them.
All right. There you have it. There you have it, folks.
There it is, Empress.
Yes. So close it out.
So,
Listen,
ladies and gentlemen, everybody has strongholds. Okay, it just differs. when you examine your life, you start looking at what's generational stronghold that's not good for us, or good for me at least. And here's the deal, as we were talking earlier, you may not be able to address it. Beats, this one for you too. You may not be able to address it with the family. But when you assess the family, you identify, okay, we got too many uncles who died from prostate cancer. We got too many of my kin folks who live in below the poverty line. We got too many of our men in the family divorced and irresponsible when it comes to taking care of their children. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be the first to break the generational stronghold. I want everybody to put that in the comment section. I'm going to be the first to break the generational stronghold.
Amen. Amen.
Listen, being the black sheep don't always have to be a bad thing. If you are the black sheep, and that means that, hey, I'm the only one who living inside their own house while the rest of y'all renting, bro, paint me black any single day.
Come
all
on.
right. This was another motivational Monday on Free Your Mind on Star 106.5. I got to say thank you to Coach, and as well, I have to say thank you again to the wonderful people that made this show possible. I'm talking about the Cleveland Clinic, Pendatile, Solomon's, Cost Right. Well, listen, it pays to be a member. KFC, CFAL, and Bahamas Air. Don't touch that dial. Stick and stay. Listen, we have the drive at 5, sir. Yes, we have the drive at 5 coming up next with DJ AI.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you,
Hey,
Coach.
listen, thank you guys. We're chipping away at it. We're addressing this at the core, and we're helping one person at a time.
Amen.
Yes, Claudia. Claudia said she's going to be the first.
You and your foreign ideologies.
Empress, I ain't afraid to have the difficult conversation.
Wait, you and these foreign-minded, boy.
Hey, Empress, somebody gonna tell me 10 years from now, hey, Coach Miller, I was listening to you and Empress one time.
I know.
And you planted a seed in my head.
Yes,
and
sir.
boy, it changed everything for me and my family.
I only being facetious.
I know you are. Are.
No, for real though. But you know, the way the world is now at your fingertips, you get to explore the world without even leaving home. You know what I mean? And see how people do things differently and get different results.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, you on to it, foreigner.
Yeah, come on. Hey, I still got my accent, you know. Play don't be playing, mate.
Coach, we went to Soldier Road today.
Yeah.
Just for a minute.
Yeah, Aaron Bailey.
All right, y'all.
See y'all later.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, see you, Coach.